Hey, leg day today. I said leg day today. Leg day is a little easier now since I got my bicycle back. Yes, a laptop. I'm gonna keep it low today as I got the highs on the bike. What I mean by low, Oof. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's not. What I learned after doing this for so long, you got to focus on what you're focusing on. Strength, easy. Building gets a bit more technical. Trying to get a little bit of both can be even more technical. So, what I tend to do, focus on getting the strength part in first, if that's what I'm actually into. If that means going heavy, like 1 rep max start, a few reps just to warm up and then go heavy as I can go, and then tone it down a little bit, and then just catch a burnout set for a bit of a pump. It's hard to do sometimes if you burn out going heavy. You find the pump might not be as much, at least while you're doing it. But the thing is, the muscle is still working. So as long as you get your proper rest, nutrition and everything after that workout, you'll find the strength comes as well as the size. But you got to do it enough, practice enough, and learn yourself enough to know if you need to focus more on a pump style or on a strength style. Sometimes you got to build up the muscles to be able to create that strength to make sure you can actually do more. Bigger muscles, yeah, often means better ability to increase strength. Smaller muscles can only work technically at the maximum that they can actually, output. So sometimes it's necessary to get that build in first and then start working on the strength. But if you already built the strength from the sides, you're probably going to notice the strength doesn't actually go away if you technically lose some of the size. So right now I haven't been on a scale in a while, but I'm gonna guess I'm still somewhere probably close to around 180. Them scales don't always tell the truth sometimes, but feeling slightly 180ish, maybe a little over, maybe a little under. Being in the gym a couple of weeks ago, what I see on the bar, I've had 2 plates on there. Maybe my first time in there. Ordinarily, when I'm in the gym regularly, that's somewhere around usually my third set. But when I've gotten into a little bit of strength stuff, I'll usually try and do that. And then I'm sometimes, well, I'll usually have like 2 plates and then maybe 25s on each side when I'm really focusing on, say, building. Not so much strength, but ordinarily my comfort zone is usually about 2 plates, just for pumping purposes. Like I said, the history of what I've done in the past as far as building and strength and stuff like that. So, I haven't really said I'm going to be one of them guys who knows they can throw on 3 or 4 plates per side. But can I push that? Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. Have I done it in the past? You know the story about these scientific weights. I've never seen more than 3 plates on a bar that I've been pushing though. Second set. some type of way. Some type of way. And believe it or not, that's enough for me for strength and building. I know that right leg just felt a little easier than the left side. That'll happen sometimes. You probably notice if you sleep on one side of the body or the other, you might notice the other side tends to feel maybe a bit more energetic or a bit more, bit more strength to that side. One of the other things you learn when you actually focus on, specifics of what you do with your body on a day-to-day basis. But I'm not going to overdo the other side just because it felt a little bit easier. I'm still going to, keep it balanced. If it feels like that the next time, it'll catch up. Doesn't take long, it'll catch up. Almost done. Now I'm gonna just go ahead and flex my back a little bit. Really glad I got into doing deadlifts years ago. For years and years, I used to neglect deadlifts, just maybe out of not considering them necessary, and a lot of times just maybe lack of equipment or lack of space to use the equipment. At least when I first got into, gym style lifting. But I notice if I don't do it, I tend to miss it. Back soreness starts to kick in a little bit, fatigue. So even if I only have these bands, which I would say they ain't really enough for what I want to do without feeling like I might miss and pop them if I actually put the actual, tension on them. But Just a little bit of a back flex just to let them know, hey, we still forget, we remember we have lower back muscles we got to work on too. Till we get to the weights again. These will just have to do. Got caught in the rain yesterday on the way to the store. So I had to take shelter over there by the old gym I used to be at, where they got the sports center, the fitness store, fitness equipment store, athletic stuff store. Went inside there. I know some of the stuff they had, but I've never been one to use kettlebells for my workouts. But I see people doing them, to do these, whatever they call them, stuff like that, to, work their back. I guess they call them good mornings or something like that. But they only have like 45 pounds. That's nowhere near enough for what I need. And I'm not one of those to do the over burnout stuff, especially with back muscles and stuff like that. Back joints and, that kind of thing. Wear out your back. Quick and to the point. I'm going to use something with weight that I can actually feel. Unless it's like a warm up. But to sit there and say I'm going to do what basically feels like toe touches 100 or so just to work my back. I'll use my 5-gallon bottle. Matter of fact, let me see how this bike feels. I think I used to do these back in the day too. Doesn't feel as heavy as it does when I first started it. These bands actually feel a lot heavier, especially when I do them like this, one-sided. Double them up. Done with the heavy part. Another thing I like with these bands, I can do curls just chilling watching TV laying on my back. Once I find the other handle. Jersey, 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 Jersey. Shout out 50 Cent right quick. Putting out one of the hypest beats to work out to. Got Vybz Kartel rocking that Jersey right now. If y'all ain't a music kind of person, you probably wouldn't understand. Maybe I'll need to go check out John Canoe here in the Bahamas once or twice. See if them goat skin drums don't start flinging you all over the place. Then you might understand. Jersey. Come to think about it, that is when I actually really kind of started the gym, like officially, like regularly, when that song first came out. It's like around 2000, 2001. Still waiting to see what I always wanted to see. Get Capleton, turn Capleton loose on that old LL Cool J big butt rhythm, big old butt rhythm. I see P. Diddy did that, but it don't quite hit the same. I only got it on there just 'cause how it sound. Get that old raspy Capleton, maybe even Buju. Hey, now I take it all back. Ordinarily, this would have been a lot greener back in the day. Your boy working on going to flight school now, so it ain't gonna be like solar plant. There ain't gonna be no mushrooms in this cockpit. Eh, little something there. Mhm. Put a little strength into these biceps. Probably might throw off my sleep patterns maxing out like this, but ain't like I going anywhere tomorrow that I know of. A little after this, probably throw back some of that albacore tuna I just got the other day. Or maybe some tuna and rice or tuna, rice, and vegetables. Probably just mix it up and just throw back a couple of sandwiches. And then maybe just the raw vegetables a little bit later. I do it like that sometimes. She doesn't want me around. To hide. I think she wants a clown. Someone to take for a ride. To experience, to be taken for a stroll. With someone to rock and roll. It's not my foolish pride. No pride, but integrity. All right, this should be it for today. All done.